It's only not as engaging because the villain doesn't show up till like the end of the.
Well, it's secondary. It feels secondary a little bit. Like that wasn't the point, which understandable.
Story of Borderlands 2 feels secondary.
No, it's much more engaging. I'd argue.
I wouldn't say it's engaging. The only thing engaging about it is that the villain actually has a personality.
Yeah, and he constantly
And there's NPCs that do stuff.
Yeah,
Like before the NPCs were just here's your task.
That's because they pulled from the first game though.
Right.
Because
Yes,
the NPCs
exactly.
are literally
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. But
and the NPCs are no longer just do a task; they also have personality.
even then, the game's like really boring at the start. Up until you get Roland and you get Lilith.
Well,
back
yeah,
and
because that's
everything,
the
it's
intro.
Slow.
And, once you get off of that first snow place.
Right after you finish Frostburn Canyon, that's when the game actually starts getting interesting.
Again, Darius, you got to talk into the mic.
I'm talking into the mic.
No, you were over here talking.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You're doing it again.
I mean, he's specifically coming over to talk to me like that.
I did that on purpose.
So if you're gonna do that, you move the mic with you.
Oh,
I know.
I don't get that luxury.
I'm a child.
Because you're not doing proper etiquette, bud.
What? We've already established this. I have no form of etiquette.
Well, then we're gonna teach you. It's gonna, like I said the first time, it's gonna turn into My Fair Lady, and we're gonna teach you etiquette.
So you gonna learn today.
You gonna learn today, boy. You gonna learn.
I'm disappointed.
I'm not disappointed.
I'm a little disappointed.
Not at all. You see, the problem here is that Frank doesn't understand my form of humor. Frank doesn't think I have a form of humor.
That's not the issue.
Frank thinks that.
The issue is that
That's
Frank
not
just
the
doesn't
issue.
find you funny.
Thank you.
Exactly. Frank doesn't understand my form of humor.
No, I understand it.
I think maybe. I don't know.
No, I understand it, and occasionally I'll laugh.
He just doesn't find it amusing.
I just don't find it funny.
Exactly.
Like I can understand Seth Rogen.
I find myself very hilarious.
Yeah,
okay, the only
I
reason
would
you
hope so.
find Seth Rogen hilarious.
Oh no! I said I can understand Seth Rogen's brand of comedy.
You didn't say he find it.
I don't
funny.
find it funny at all. It's just pot joke after pot joke,
That's a
and
little
then
bit more than that.
occasionally there's a poop joke in there, but it's
That's
a little more highbrow
more
than
than
a
that.
normal poop joke, and then it ends with a sex joke.
Superbad was funny.
Yeah, Superbad was funny.
It's fine.
It was just fine.
It's better than Sausage Party, which
See what I mean?
just
here?
ends with the food having sex with each other.
You see what I mean? here?
Get it?
It's an analogy.
Exactly.
Get the joke?
Yeah, I get the
Food
joke.
shouldn't be having sex with each other, but they are.
Is that the joke?
I think that's the joke.
Probably.
Yeah.
Who
It
knows?
also supposedly has to do with about religious stuff, but it's not written well enough to.
Food with. Okay, well,
I
sure.
haven't
We
seen
won't get into the deeper themes of
Whatever.
Sausage Party and how it fails at it.
I'm not entertaining it for
I haven't-
even like
I haven't-
remotely for a second.
I haven't even seen it, so
It's okay.
that's fine.
It's fine. Hi, welcome to the podcast. I don't know how much of that intro segment you're going to hear. Probably not much of it.
That's fine.
That's fine.
Mm.
That's perfectly okay.
Yeah. I'm Frank Joseph Hall.
I'm Tyler Spins.
And I'm Darius Crosling. What's up, guys?
Hey. Glad to see. We're all here
I know.
for a podcast again.
Miracle.
it is a rare meeting of the five Kage.
Even though there's three of us.
Well,
Yeah,
I mean,
so
if we
where's the
count
other two?
Bailey's clearly
Bailey's
the
clearly
Raikage.
in the Kage. Yeah.
Clearly the Raikage. And we don't talk about the fifth. So, how are you boys doing?
I'm alive.
You're
That's-
alive.
That's pretty good.
Your eyes?
I'm good.
Yeah. I see you're staring into the camera. Do you like seeing your own reflection?
Oh, I'm gassing up my ego. That's all I'm
what you're
doing.
doing?
I'm looking
What
at
have
the
I
camera. I'm legit looking at the camera. I'm like, yo, I'm big as hell. Let's get it.
So this is the same
get
guy.
it.
This is the same guy who literally was like, "Hey man, you got some muscle." No, I don't. Everyone says I do. I'm just so weak.
Bro, no,
Literally Sunday.
no. Correction. I never said I was weak. I just said I said I look like I feel like I still look like I'm small as I did in high school. I understand and I acknowledged that I've gotten a lot more what's the word
Bulk?
for it?
Swole.
Lean. Fit.
There we go. Lean.
Thick.
I understand that since high school I've gotten a little bit more lean, but me personally, I feel like I'm still the same skinny kid from 4 years ago.
Okay.
But you're not, though.
Yeah. That's called body dysmorphia.
If it's any consolation, I'm still the same fat kid from high school. So
No, you've lost weight. You have lost weight. Sir.
probably. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know what I weigh right now.
Yeah,
So,
I don't.
Let's get
Last time I
into
weighed myself, I was like.
let's get into the
260.
topic
I
of
was
this podcast.
Oh, yeah. Endgame.
220.
Endgame's coming up, and when this podcast is released, it will be this weekend, which means we have either all seen it, not seen it. We're gonna see, at least Darius and I are gonna see it opening weekend.
I'm hoping that I'm off work.
Tyler schedule pending.
Mm-hmm.
So, how do you guys feel about Endgame, just in general?
Well, now that I'm
Caught
caught
up.
up,
Caught up being the bulk necessity.
yeah, of the movie scene.
Yeah, you still have a lot to see.
Yep.
I didn't realize you didn't even see Winter Soldier. That's sad.
Oh
Yeah.
God.
Yeah, but you know what? I did watch Infinity War and Thor Ragnarok
And Civil War.
and Civil War.
You're welcome.
But he didn't see.
I know Winter Soldier's so good. Winter Soldier's one of the
He
best
didn't
ones.
see that. He didn't see that scene of just Chris Evans just manhandling that freaking helicopter.
No, that's Civil War.
That's Civil War.
Yeah,
That
it
is Civil War,
that
Ah.
shot.
where he's like right at the end, and
Yeah.
he's like,
And he's like, "Hold on, ladies, I gotta readjust so you can see my bicep
No,
more."
he didn't see the elevator scene. Oh my
The
God.
elevator scene's probably one of the best scenes.
Oh my gosh, he didn't see the elevator.
The elevator
scene.
scene's fantastic.
The elevator scene's great. So, before we get started, does
Does
anyone
anyone
want to
wanna
get
get
out?
And then it's just a really good fight scene in an elevator. It's fantastic.
That's probably one of the best elevator fight scenes I've seen.
Yeah, yeah. No, I can't agree.
but now that I'm caught up,
You're excited.
yeah, I am. I'm genuinely excited. And
So,
I
so
think,
we're gonna be having spoilers for most of the MCU. So just fair warning if you're
Yeah.
not caught up. But it's the week before Endgame, so if you're watching this, more than likely you are caught up. If you're not,
you're
sorry,
on the process of getting
better
caught
be
up.
caught up.
Yeah.
So watching it with Tyler, I was like, okay, who do you think's gonna die? He's like, well, I know
Probably
Spider-Man.
Cap.
I know
Yeah,
Spider-Man's
Spider-Man's
gonna die
dead.
because the memes.
The memes.
And then he's like, what were the three?
Captain America,
Yeah,
Thor, and
I think you said Hulk.
I think I said Hulk. Yeah, I thought three of the main Avengers were gonna bite it.
Yeah, which is funny because none of
That's
them
cute.
even get fake out deaths. The only one who gets a fake out death is Iron Man
That's fun.
Yeah.
when he
That's
gets
cute.
stabbed.
Yeah.
That's
So-
cute.
Yeah.
That's real cute.
Yeah, so then the scene starts happening where everyone's disappearing.
And
He's
I'm
like,
just
"Oh,
like-
Bucky, okay. Oh, wait, what? What?"
I mean, like, and the thing was, is like I already knew Vision was gonna die because obviously he gets the stone,
Yeah,
so it was kind of given.
Yeah.
And I didn't even know. I didn't think Scarlet Witch was gonna bite it.
no, that was brutal. Now, did you think Vision was gonna die twice? Like that would have been I would have been
That
like,
was
okay, I'm gonna give you two
insult to
spoilers. One's
injury.
real, one's fake. Vision dies twice, Iron Man dies, and then people would be like, "Oh shoot, Iron Man dies.
Nope.
Nope, Vision dies
dies twice.
Vision dies twice."
Dude had the stone in hand and was like, "Nah, you don't get away. You don't get away that easy."
Nah.
He legit was like, that's cute.
Yeah, that's
Second
crazy.
one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and he pried it out of his head like a freaking pebble too.
He did.
Towards the mic.
Just
No.
plucked it out.
Yeah, no, that was great. But I think Tyler had the same shock of all of us. Like that many people are gone.
I knew it was gonna be a lot, but like I said,
All the Guardians except Rocket.
that's just depressing.
That is depressing.
Like-
actually,
No, I think that actually, honestly, and this is gonna sound not weird, but
No, go ahead.
like out of all the moments in there, I think the one that actually had me messed up was Falcon. Like
Really?
not even getting seen, like not
yeah.
even getting seen,
Whoa.
and like War
Dude,
Machine
the
just walking
T'Challa
by.
one was
Yeah.
insane because I'm like, oh, he made a. Oh dang!
Yeah.
They determined that before they found out at the box office for Black Panther. That's what happened.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
By far.
But Okoye is still alive, so that's cool. She's probably
mean, that's
ruling
fine.
Wakanda.
No, they won't. They don't have the balls. They're probably arguing
Yeah.
over it.
So
No, they're definitely.
that's where we ended off. Now,
They're
granted, we've had two
definitely
movies in
arguing over it.
between, but technically one takes place like just before,
Haven't seen either of them.
and one's Captain Marvel, which takes place in the 90s. So like they really don't matter. So we're ending off there.
I still can't get over that. I still can't get over that one scene when they're loading the black box and it's just loading. It's just loading.
So Captain Marvel has a lot of remember the 90s jokes, like Blockbuster, Radio Shack.
She crashes into a blockbuster. First of all,
That's hilarious.
There's a lot of
and
a
in
lot
the
of
middle
weird
of the,
ones.
I think in the middle of the movie theater, I was like, that's probably the last blockbuster still standing right now.
there is a Blockbuster still standing. I think it's no longer part of the chain, but yeah.
You know what? You know what also surprised me in Infinity War?
What?
They really got my boy Nick Fury.
Yeah, they did.
Bruh, and he was about to get that iconic Samuel Jackson mother lover.
Yeah, and
And
then
he just
and
gone.
they cut it.
Just straight up gone. I was just like, nah.
So
Endgame.
So some of us have seen some of the trailers, some of us have not seen the trailer. I think have you seen any of the trailers, Darius?
Yeah, I've seen.
The first one where they
first one,
announced that it
that's
was Endgame.
The first one, that was it, and then after that I proceeded to block the Twitter and the
Smart.
Instagram.
So
That's smart.
So fun fact: between all the trailers that come out, I learned this recently. There is less than 5 minutes of new film footage in between all the trailers that have been
Yeah,
released.
they said it's like only taken from the first 20 minutes,
You see what they need to do? What
which
they need.
and then they also said some of it's fake.
But the newest trailer though, it's literally just a mashup of like all of the trailers, and I'm serious. Like they
That's
literally
funny.
they go through. It's like, what is it? It's like
I think I know what you're talking about.
Oh yeah,
I
it's like
thought myself-
Iron Man, him in
Iron
the
Man,
desert,
yep.
stuff like that. Yeah, I remember. I've seen that one.
And then it's like just a little bit of footage at the end where they're all in like this new uniform or something.
Yeah, the
and then,
white suits.
And then Cap is like,
So-
well, if we can't save humanity, we can at
avenge
least
it.
avenge it.
Which
yeah,
is a pretty good line.
Yeah.
So, I mean, here's the thing. Here's what I think happens. All right. So, Age of Ultron, Tony gets this weird dream vision thing of all the Avengers dead on a mound and saying
I'm
it
not
was his fault.
predicting this movie.
Oh, you don't have to. This is mine.
That's what we were. That's kind of.
I mean, we're talking about it in general, but yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
So, that happens. They go to fight Thanos. All of them meet up because, spoilers, if you think they're not going to meet up in the first act of the movie, they're going to meet up. Like, you don't not. That's, yeah.
Yeah.
So they're going to meet up, be like, hey, let's go fight Thanos. They go fight Thanos. Thanos kills everyone but Tony for whatever reason. Maybe Ant-Man survives. Who knows? But then Tony finds a way to time travel, fixes all of his past mistakes, go through all the old movies, be like, hey, look, this is how we're ending it. This is like a really cool capstone for it. Creates a parallel universe where everything's better. But then also there's consequences. Like for some reason now there's mutants. And the Fantastic Four exists now. Because here's the big problem is now that they have those rights, you can't just say all of a sudden, oh, mutants have always existed. Because then, like, where were they?
Yeah.
You can't. It's the problem with like Captain Marvel, where it's like, oh wait, so if Nick Fury could have called her at any point, why didn't he call her during Avengers 1, Avengers 2, literally any of these? So you got to have you have that part. We'll see what happens. It's gonna be interesting.
If I remember correctly, when we were playing last night, someone was talking about how the key was in Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Oh yeah,
Because there was a dude who looked,
So-
what did they say, looked like a hunter from Destiny? Or something like that. Yeah.
yes, Ghost was her name, right?
Something like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
He
That's funny.
didn't specify who it
Yeah,
was, but he was
basically,
like,
Ghost is like forced to phase in and out of stuff. But the more important part is that what's her name? Played Catwoman in Batman.
Goes Halle Berry.
No,
no,
in
that would
Batman.
be Catwoman and Catwoman.
Thank you.
That was not a good movie.
And
But anyway.
Hathaway.
No,
I don't remember.
shoot. Man.
Catwoman in
I'm pretty sure
Kind
it
of
was
like
Anne
Batman and
Hathaway.
Batman Returns.
I'm pretty sure
The
it was
Tim Burton
Anne
one.
Hathaway.
No, that's in The Dark Knight Rises.
Oh,
I'm talking about what is her name?
you talking about the one with all the stitches on her?
Yes.
Oh, I don't remember her name. but
Tyler's gonna find it, and I'm gonna hate myself for not remembering how to pronounce her name.
yeah, you movie nut.
Yeah, I know. What's her name? Because she's Hope Van Dyne in that in Ant-Man and the Wasp, and part of it is them shrinking down to the quantum realm.
Which Batman?
Batman Returns. It's like the 90s.
Michelle Pfeiffer.
Thank you. Oh God, I hate myself. Michelle Pfeiffer. So she's Hope Van Dyne, and she's like super shrunken down. They go to save her. That's the point of the movie. But at one point in the end credit scene, she tells Scott, "Be careful though. The time bubbles are very important. Don't get stuck on those."
That's what
AKA, listen, audience. This is
what
going to be important.
That's
in the
what our
later
buddy
movie.
was talking about. Is he thinks that Ant-Man and Stark are gonna go
Because-
time traveling because they can shrink.
Yes, and also there's some stuff that I won't say.
Mm-hmm.
But that is the current rumor. Which, how would you feel if they did time travel?
Do it right.
What do you mean?
Time travel, like legit, like time travel is such a cop out. It's ridiculous. And then
How do you find it as a cop out?
It depends on what kind of film is doing time travel and what it's used for.
Yeah, like depending on what it's used for, it can either end really, really good or it can be a complete cop out. For example, the story for Mortal Kombat, like Mortal Kombat 11. I'm not sure if you guys follow it, but they're introducing.
Oh, it
time
gets so
travel.
complicated.
Don't get me wrong, it's complicated, but they introduce time travel as a form of a cop out. For example, how MK9, 10 and 11
Are basically retreads of the first few games. Yeah.
From after Armageddon, that's when Mortal
Yeah,
Kombat
somehow
9 came out.
Yeah, Raiden
and-
gets all the memories of his old self, and he's
Yeah.
like, "Oh, we have to stop all the events from the first
time
few
travel.
games."
Yeah.
And then so Mortal Kombat 11 story is basically a freaking time god. Like, you broke time, you idiot. Now I got to try to fix it.
Yeah.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, and then this new one's like
So
super
I feel
complicated.
so once again, if you're gonna do time travel, you got to do it right. You got like almost as if you've got to like set in like certain rules and regulations, even though they break them all. Like kind of like how DC Legends of Tomorrow does it, where they have certain rules and regulations
that they also
use.
break constantly.
Now they do, like, once again, they do break it all the damn time.
All the time.
But they do at least have like a form of rule and regulation for it.
Yeah, like
And
it's like, what
like-
is it? It's like there's certain parts of history you just can't change.
Right.
Like straight up physically cannot. And some of them are like super important ones, and others are like plot important ones.
Yeah.
Like, oh, the death of this person is super important, and therefore we can't do it. Or Jesus. It's like you can't go back in time to Jesus because we don't want to have to deal with the crap and implications of that.
Yeah.
So
Magic stuff. It's like
Magic
explaining stuff away in D&D. Super easy. Just
it is.
Oh, it's magic.
A wizard
stuff.
did it.
Yeah,
The
exactly.
classic A wizard did it. So you think it could? Well, it obviously could.
It could end really good or it could end really bad.
Yeah. Some people are rather have parallel universes rather than time travel.
I'll be completely.
Because honestly, what you can then do is if you introduce parallel universes to the audience, then you can be like, by the way, here's some weird other world stories.
You know what that
like-
means? That means fan fiction
No,
basically becomes
No,
movies.
but no, and
It means-
I'm gonna argue I feel like also using, and I feel like all, and this is why I feel
Mm-hmm.
time. This is why I feel like time travel is just such a stupid thing to do, because I feel like let's say you do the time travel. Oh well, we created a parallel universe. That's another cop out in terms of story writing. You don't just create a whole. That's just justifying yourself. That way you can actually go back and fix. That way, if the new thing that you've created isn't something that your fan base likes,
You can just change it.
Yeah,
Yeah, but that's comics in general.
Yeah, well, see, I think that no matter which way they do it, I think we can all agree that they're going for some route that's going to obviously be some sort of reset.
yeah. Well,
Not necessarily a
that's-
reset,
and I
but a
don't
change
think-
of the status quo.
Definitely,
Something.
Like
De-
these
no,
actors aren't
this
in
is
it
definitely-
anymore. Here's the
This
new
is
actors.
definitely this is definitely a reset. Like one of the things, and I wasn't trying to like have any predictions or anything like that, but one of the things I'm hoping to see is probably like either Captain America or Captain Marvel. I'm hoping it's Captain America that put, like, let's say they beat Thanos and they put on and someone has to put on the glove.
So we were actually talking about this. We think Cap's gonna because Cap's dead.
Dead.
Well, like we
So
think
here-
that he's
yeah.
gonna die because
Cap's gonna
there's
die.
no way he retires. There's no way he comes out of
Well,
this.
and hear me out here. And this is what I was thinking. It's probably, like, I know it's not gonna happen, but this is in my perfect world. This is what it would be: is him putting on the glove and him trying to fix
and knowing he has to die to fix everything.
right.
Yeah.
But here's what happens as he's fixing everything and restoring the universe back to what it is.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't completely fix it. Like, it's almost like he's
Yeah.
fixing it. It's almost
He
like
fixes it, but there's still imperfections.
Yes, he fixes
I
it,
getcha.
but there's like, I don't know, because he's not strong. Like, let's say he's not strong.
Well, we know
enough.
the gauntlet's broken.
Right. Well,
yeah, Gauntlet's fried.
So-
I don't think the Gauntlet's gonna like.
I think here's what's gonna happen. Like, even if they go to Thanos and beat him, they're gonna find out that the gauntlet is broken, and they're gonna be like, "Well, shoot, how do we then?"
Yeah,
do
because we
this?
all saw the Gauntlet break, but not everyone saw the Gauntlet break.
Thor's probably the only one who did.
Yeah,
And even then, he was probably
even
more
then,
like,
yeah.
"What did you do? What did you do? What did you do? Get that out of your mouth."
well, not even that. Like, one of the things I'm hoping for is I see Cap. I don't see Cap coming out on top either. But
None of us do.
as he's dying, like, you could try to have him try to use the glove, and it's that whole process of, oh, he's not strong enough kind of deal.
But he's gonna do it anyway.
As he's using the glove, he's changing, like, he's fixing everything. Everyone's coming back and everything. But it's those subtle changes that are coming back with the mutants and all the other stuff as
Fantastic
he's dying
Four.
because he
Was
can't.
it-
All the
but
Fox
because he can't-
properties.
Was it
No.
was it
Can't fix
last
it.
night when we were talking about how the people who actually got turned into dust aren't actually dead?
Yeah, there's the
They're
theory that
inside
they're
the
in the
stone?
stone. They're
Yeah.
in the Soul Stone because when he does the snap, he
Speaking
goes and
of
he
which-
sees
Sees
Gamora,
Gamora. Yeah,
a young
which is-
Gamora, in an orange room.
Speaking
that's
of
the theory.
which, one of the things I'm hoping they actually do is potentially introduce Adam Warlock.
Again, I don't think they're going to until Guardians 3 because Guardians 2 ended with Adam Warlock tease. They could. Don't get me wrong, they could.
No,
I think they're gonna wait till Guardians 3 to introduce Adam Warlock.
I think it would be dope if they introduced him now. Like,
Well, here's the problem though. In the comics, he has a stone in his head. So
once again, I think it would be dope if they introduced him now. Like he shows up
So
trying to
Well, some people theorize he was going to be introduced in Infinity War, and that's how the Soul Stone was going to be achieved.
No, I didn't.
Which I agree that that's a bad thing, because then you have to introduce this entire new character.
Just for you to kill him so Thanos can get the stone.
Yeah, it's not worth it.
No, I was more along the lines if you introduce him now and let him and like, let's say, like, comedically wise, you have him show up to try to kill the Guardians, but it's just Rocket, and Rocket's just a depressed,
I see what you're saying.
depressed and sad raccoon, and
so he joins them.
No, not even.
You
No,
know what'd be
not
funny?
even.
He
no, not
joins
even.
the group to get everyone back so he could try to kill the Guardians. That would be funny.
That not only on top of that, but you get there and he's just like, wait, we're the Guardians, and Rocket's just being the depressed raccoon he is currently right now with no friends. Just like being like super depressed. He's like, well, what do I do?
Well, I guess I gotta help these guys so I can kill these guys.
Right.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Now, I only think that's not gonna happen just because Captain Marvel's.
Oh, I
in
know
this
for a
new
fact it's
one?
not gonna happen.
Yeah.
Once again, these are
This is
like,
what you're
I don't
hoping.
this is more like what I pretty much hoping to see. I know it's not gonna happen, which is why I don't have any predictions, because I can
It's
make all
tough.
the predictions. Like the Russo brothers have just literally like shattered my brain. Like I can make all the
They
predictions.
flat out lied multiple times. People are like, "Oh, hey, is the title of the next movie in Infinity War?" And they're like, "No." And then Doctor Strange is like, "We're in the Endgame now," and it's like, "You liars, liars!" Which I get.
No, I can't.
get.
I legit just can't trust the Russo brothers anymore.
Oh
Like,
no, they're gonna mislead constantly, and that's fine.
Which-
honestly,
One of the top comments on that new trailer is literally it's like
all of it's fake.
no. What is it?
I wonder if the white suits are fake.
Marvel or whatever. They're just like, so how many trailers do you want? And the Russo brothers are like, yes.
I wonder if the white suits are a fake scene.
Maybe.
Because we don't. The only time we see them is in that one group shot where they're all white.
they have the balls to do it.
I bet you those white suits are a misnomer.
Are the white suits in a different trailer than the one I saw?
That shot of them walking is the only time
It's
we've
not
ever
them
seen the white
walking though.
suits.
When they're in the white suits in the new trailer, they're literally standing around talking.
Okay, that could still also
It's
be
like-
fake.
it's
Is it in
I
a
don't-
hangar? Is it in a hangar?
No, it looks like it's
They-
in like the Avengers building.
They
Yes,
don't
in a
have
hangar.
the ball.
No, but they're not in the hangar though. They're like
Okay. Well,
there's
still,
like
you
you can
can-
see the windows in the background. Like
Yes,
they're in
They
yes. I think that's
do
what I'm
not.
saying. I think that might be fake.
They do not.
I don't know why, but I
have-
think
all I
it
know
could.
is it's that, and then I think Black Widow's also wearing the suit when she's like doing this thing
They
where
don't
she's
have
like
the
running
audacity
up on
to.
a target, just unloading a handgun into it.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. That the training montage where her hair is slowly becoming red again, or
No,
like it's the passage
it's
of time.
from the
yeah.
new trailer. It's literally just a clip of her like, walking forward like towards the target practice while Cap's giving that whole "well, I guess we'll avenge them" line.
Yeah. Again, I could see that being because again they say that there's unless saying stuff is fake is to mislead us
Like
even
I
more.
said, from what I was
Who knows?
from what I believe, there's like less than 5 minutes of actual new footage
Which is smart.
in any of these trailers so far.
Yeah, we'll see. It seems interesting.
Yeah.
Your eyes are shifting. Sorry. No. Yeah. I mean, ultimately, I had theories for Infinity War and they were wrong. So
I think
Once again, like I said, I knew he was getting the glove and he was going to make that whole snap.
everyone knew that.
But
I think
everyone.
Once again, like I keep on telling everybody else, I didn't think that many people were going to die.
oh, no one was expecting that many Avengers to die. And like to keep like it makes sense in afterwards that all the original Avengers are the ones still around, but no one was expecting that. Well, not even just that. It's so you can end.
No.
Yeah, give them
end
one
it.
last hurrah
It's a good,
like
it's a
as
good
the
loop.
Avengers. Yeah,
closing it. Yeah,
actually close off some arcs involving
which
those characters.
yeah, and we already know that certain people are not going to be revising their roles.
yeah.
Actually, we only know two. RDJ and Chris Evans are the only two who have like actively said this was my last time.
Thor
as this
staying
character.
Thor. I believe
Yeah,
it.
no, there's no way Chris Hemsworth's not going to still be
I
Thor.
believe it.
Considering every other role he's ever been has not done him well enough.
Speaking of Thor, Thor's totally getting the final blow though.
That's actually
Listen,
what's
man,
interesting.
I think Thor's getting the final blow
Honestly,
on Thanos.
He's not getting the final.
It's
Yes,
one of
he
those. It's one of those things where thematically it could be anybody.
I think it's going to be Thor.
It could be
Meh.
Cap. It could be Iron Man. It could be Thor. It's probably one of those three though.
So I'll tell you right now, if it's
Man.
not Thor, it's Iron Man. I don't think Cap gets the final blow. I think Cap dies before he
I
even
will
gets
say
to
this.
Thanos.
I'm going to be mad if at least once Cap does not wield Thor's hammer.
Stormbreaker?
Or just in general.
The hammer's not even around anymore.
Yeah, the hammer's not even
Yeah,
around
well, is
anymore.
Stormbreaker still like
No.
he who is worthy?
I don't think so.
Well, okay, then they go back in time and he picks
I
up
think it's-
Mjolnir. I just want him to pick it up, man.
I think it's just,
I just want him to hold it once.
He's not picking that up. He's too corrupted now.
What do you mean he's too corrupted?
He's not, like, the whole point.
So the whole reason he can't pick it up is because he's not always willing to kill, and that's what the hammer deems worthy, is that you have to also be willing to kill, and sometimes Cap is not willing to do that. So in situations he can hold up the hammer.
He's still
And
not.
right now he seems pissed enough that he's probably wanting to kill Thanos, so I would say this is
Why
probably...
isn't Iron Man worthy?
Because he's selfish, he's an egomaniac, he's a drunkard.
No. I think especially
Is Thor not those things?
So I
Not egotistical or anything, but
I think one of the driving forces, and I think this is why I like Cap, MCU Cap so much. I think one of the driving forces of Cap was how much faith he had in the people, how much faith he had in humanity as a whole. I think after Winter Soldier and Civil War, he slowly has lost his faith in people, but he continues to protect people because it is his job.
I think he's lost faith in the government,
which is
in like powers.
No, I think he's lost faith in humanity itself.
I would disagree with that.
Part.
Yeah,
I would disagree with that.
I believe it's more.
I mean, you can disagree with that, but you're also a huge fan of Captain America.
Yes,
and your opinion might be a little biased.
Yeah, your opinion might be a little biased, but coming like, don't get me wrong, I like Cap, but one of the things I like about MCU Cap more than I like about regular comic book Caps is that MCU Cap is a lot more fallible.
Yeah, he does make mistakes.
He's a lot more fallible, whereas comic book Cap is not.
Depends on who's writing him.
Depending on who's writing him, but most of the time when they're
you
writing
could say
him,
that about
Cap
literally anyone.
Exactly. Yeah, that's the problem with comic books, is that so many different writers write them that consistency is a little difficult. Batman's honestly not the same character from comic to comic. So
no, he's not.
In one thing, he's like, I gotta defeat the Court of Owls no matter what. And in another one, he's like, I could never kill no matter what. So there's a lot of dichotomies that switches.
What's interesting? So I remember getting into an argument with Frank after the movie.
Oh, it was
about why
he hated Star-Lord doing it. Yeah, I
hated
told
Star-Lord doing it, and I was like, because Iron Man wouldn't have done that.
Yes, he would have.
No, he wouldn't have.
100%.
No, he wouldn't have.
Yes,
if he found out that Thanos killed Pepper Potts to get a stone, he would have 100% punched.
He would have at least waited. He would have at least waited till the gauntlet was off.
I love how Darius said.
That's exactly.
That's what I'm talking about. I'm not arguing. I'm not arguing whether it would have happened. I'm arguing that Iron Man would have been smart enough to at least wait until the gauntlet was off his hand before he did anything.
I don't know, because every single movie we've seen shows just how emotional he is, and he gives into that really easily. Civil War is such a big important thing for that, because he's literally being told by the villain, "I want you to kill each other." He sees the thing and then he tries to kill Bucky.
Does the villain say that to Iron Man?
Yeah, he said, "An empire that crumbles from within. An empire that crumbles from within is one that can never be rebuilt."
Yeah.
I want the Avengers to fight each other. Like, Zemo was saying that to them, and then he shows them the video.
Yeah.
So when...
Yeah, but there's a difference between him fighting...
No.
Yes, there is. There's a huge difference between him fighting Cap and Bucky and smacking Thanos so he can wipe out half the universe.
I would disagree.
You're wrong, though.
I would disagree.
That's not even an opinion. There's a huge difference between fighting Cap and Bucky.
Also, there's this huge thing that people think that once Thanos doesn't have the gauntlet, that all of a sudden he's beatable.
But you don't understand. I'm not talking about whether or not Thanos would have still just whooped everyone's butt after he took off the gauntlet. I'm saying that still would have happened. But what I'm saying is at least it would have. I'm not even talking about the implication of what would have happened. I'm talking about that Iron Man would have at least been smart enough to have waited a few more seconds.
Well, and you're a fan of Iron Man, so of course you'd have a different. I'm just
saying Iron Man's more logical than Star-Lord.
I would disagree with that.
You're arguing that Iron Man is more logical than Star-Lord?
Oh, no, that's true, but I would still disagree that he would be rational enough in an emotional decision.
Yeah, in an emotional... I
would disagree with that.
I think he would have waited the 5 seconds for the gauntlet to come off.
I think in that... Okay. I'll put it like this. In that moment where the position he was in just quite then, when he was prying the glove off.
Yes, where the glove was literally seconds from coming off.
If Tony had found that out, if Tony was still in that position where he was helping Peter pull the glove off, right?
No, like literally switch Star-Lord and Iron Man.
Yeah, yeah, no,
and
no, no.
instead switch
okay.
Star-Lord and
Switch
Iron
their
Man.
positions.
And instead
Iron
of him
Man-
saying he killed
Star-Lord's
Gamora, saying he
okay.
killed Pepper Potts.
Switch their positions.
So-
yes,
so-
Tony had no hesitation whatsoever. But once again,
Now, if he's pulling off the gauntlet and he finds that out, that's a little different. But I'm saying in the situation that Star-Lord is in. Say Star-Lord's the one pulling the gauntlet off with Spider-Man instead of Iron Man.
Yeah,
and Iron Man's just freeballing it.
Yeah,
and then he finds out he's going to be pissed enough to probably punch him.
Yeah, no hesitation.
I would say so.
I think he would have waited like the 3 or 4 seconds for the gauntlet to come off.
What I've learned in watching Iron Man 3 and seeing the PTSD and everything like that he's experienced and everything, and then going back and doubling back after Civil War, when push comes to shove and it's time and his back's against the wall, he becomes a very emotional person, and he breaks down very easily.
That's not. I like that about him. The fact that he's super like emotional. I think that's a really cool and interesting character to animate.
You don't like Iron Man.
No, I do.
He breaks down very.
No. I didn't agree with him in the Civil. To be fair, both of them brought up good points, but I ultimately land on Cap's side. But like, no, I think Iron Man's a very interesting character. There's not this dichotomy of if I hate like Cap, I have to hate Iron Man. I like both of their characters.
I'm not saying that that's the dichotomy, but you've always come off to me as someone who dislikes Iron Man as a character.
No, I think
because every time we've ever discussed it, you've only ever discussed what's wrong with Iron Man,
and that's what makes him an interesting character is the fact that he has these flaws, and yet he still tries to do good things.
But you come at it with such a negative tone that it seems less like
those are bad flaws.
Okay, shocker, they're bad flaws. Guess what? Every character in this universe has flaws.
Yes, I know. I agree with that.
But I'm saying I'm not arguing whether or not you talk about the flaws. I'm arguing about the way that you talk about Iron Man.
Okay, well I just like his flaw. I think his flaws are the thing I like about him. If that makes sense.
Yeah,
I think
can
that's
agree with that.
thing.
I still think he would have waited the 3 seconds though.
No, you're allowed to think that.
I'm allowed to have that opinion.
Obviously, we will not know. Now, if I ever write an Iron Man comic, I'll prove you wrong.
Respectfully, if I'm picking a side respectfully, I have to pick Frank's side.
That's fine. You can pick Frank's side if you want to be wrong. That's okay.
So what he's saying is Captain America is correct in Civil War. Team Cap, high five. Come on.
I mean, you are Team Cap.
High five.
You gotta high five him. No.
You gotta high five him now.
Before I high five him. Maybe if you had thrown that Sentinel shield better.
Oh my god.
All right. Anyway, I think that's a good. So yeah, we're gonna watch Endgame. See, it was Infinity War Part 2. That's why I keep saying that.
Oh, okay.
We'll definitely watch Endgame. Depending on how emotionally charged we are, we may or may not do a podcast of just spoilers. We'll see.
Probably.
We'll see. Knowing me, I'm probably gonna see it like 5 times because I saw Civil War 3 times. I saw Infinity War 3 times.
I want to go see Shazam again.
Shazam was really good. It was.
I gotta go see Shazam.
So I've been told.
Bro, listen. They got that whole Thor Ragnarok. They got Thor Ragnarok.
I like
Thor
it.
Ragnarok and
It's about as meta as Deadpool, but it's not in the sense of like they're gonna wink to the camera every 5 seconds, which I enjoyed. No, it's much more subtle, and I like that.
If Thor Ragnarok created the formula, and Deadpool modified
Deadpool came out before.
No, okay. If Deadpool created the formula, right?
Thank you.
Thor Ragnarok modified it a little bit, and Shazam took the both of them and perfected it. Yeah,
to some extent. There's still some issues, but it's still good. Anyway, that has been our podcast. Thank you for joining us. You can catch us here every Wednesday whenever we do these podcasts. We have new videos in the works once we get those out. We're going to kind of go back a little bit on the schedule.
A little bit.
Not just make as much, or maybe make as much, but shorter form content. But thank you guys for joining us. I've been Frank Joseph Hall.
I'm Tyler Spence.
I'm Darius Crosby.
You're just messing up the pop filter and everything.
And we have been the Blue Eclipse podcast. Darius.
Till next time.
Till next time, guys. Later.